guys, my name is Kayleen Chino, and here is my slideshow for the final project. AAC Tools in Action, just the name of the project. So some background information. My student is in the second grade. She's a female. She's 7.5. She's in a mixed classroom, meaning like she's at a very, small school. Everyone's pretty integrated. She does receive speech therapy 3 times a week, and that therapist comes to her in the classroom. She has Down syndrome and some other various complex communication needs. She is able to point, to make requests, and will use some single words, mostly out of imitation rather than spontaneously. She does struggle with sharing and turn taking inside of the classroom. AAC devices are being introduced and used to help reduce frustrations while promoting turn taking, thoughts and feelings, and other functional communication needs. So just briefly, the adapted book text, the high-tech communication tool, assistive technology, and lesson plans are what are being showcased. So for the adapted text, we used Mulan, the movie, as this is one of her favorites, and just using something of interest I thought would be helpful to allow for further curiosity and exploration for other books and or movies. So the text is adapted to meet the student's current level of understanding. I don't know what, I'll have it in like the video where I demonstrated that the symbols are there, but for some reason they weren't adding to it. So kind of the focus on here was Mulan, strong, Mushu, friends, and then strong again. So there's a symbol for each one of those, and just a very basic sample of it is Mulan is a strong girl. She wants to help her family. Mulan joins the army. Mushu is always with Mulan. She meets 3 friends, and everybody is strong and brave. So for the high-tech communication tool, I used Chatterboards. This app was really user-friendly and beginner-friendly, as this was my first encounter with actually using, an app like this. I created a simple board using functional words that were most likely to be used on a daily basis at home and in the classroom. And I felt like just using those functional words for this helped to showcase the benefits for a child to use, and how it can be helpful for communication in the classroom as single use or even in like group settings and activities. And I have this snippet of what kind of like a board could look like, and then in the video I show the actual sample board that I created. And then for assistive technology, focusing on turn taking in the classroom, a short story about sharing and turn taking is read to the class first, and then to ensure like further understanding, a small video demonstration is also shown. And then furthermore, using Chatterboards again will also be used to help with specific phrases geared towards turn taking, and then demonstration of how to use the turn-taking board in Chatterboards will be given at least 3 times. And I have, like, you'll see that video where it explains, like, my turn, your turn, and then just the use of, like, timers and other, cueings and prompts that could be helpful to help ensure, like, a smooth transition. For lesson plans, the academic lesson was being able to wait their turn during any type of science experiment, storytime, craft, anything like that. And then Chatterboard was like the main tool to communicate during that. And then also video visuals and books where the focus is turn taking will also be used as tools. And then for the social lesson, the focus was on using an AAC app or device to help the student initiate their own interactions with peers outside of the classroom, like during recess. And Chatterboard, again, was the main tool to help support that outside communication. Thank you for watching.